The process to convert between hexadecimal and binary or hexadecimal to decimal can be a rather daunting challenge if you take it all in one step. Here in this walkthrough, we're going to cover explaining how to complete that process in several small bite-sized steps. Now, in this demonstration, what I did here was I created a grid that is a total width of 9 columns wide, 3 rows deep. I repeated this for each of the 3 examples that we're going to walk through. I also borrowed a copy of the hexadecimal to binary table from WikiHow that explains how to convert between hexadecimal and binary. What I'm also going to do is I'm also going to add in a decimal side of this table. So I'm going to expand this table just a little bit to help provide more visuals and help to understand how we're going to complete these conversion processes. With this expanded table, we can see that decimal now is 16 values, or base 16, 0 through 15. So you can see that A would be 10, B would be 11, C would be 12, D would be 13, E would be 14, and F would be 15. Now, along with our 9 wide columns grid, we're going to just throw a bit of a highlight right in the middle to split this up into 2 4 wide columns. Now what we're going to do is, with our first example of CF, hexadecimal value CF, we're going to work through one step at a time to convert between hexadecimal to binary and then add them up for a decimal value. First, take one piece, put it on your left, and your second piece, F, put it on the other side. Now, we know that we broke this up. And in our previous work of converting between binary to decimal, decimal to binary, we know that we're going to break up our decimal grids into multiples. 1, 2, 4, 8. 1, 2, 4, 8. Now for efficiency, I'm just going to copy this and place it in our other 2 examples, because the process is going to remain the same. Now, looking at C here, we can tell that C is going to be a decimal value of 12. We can also see that we have a little bit of assistance here by seeing that it's going to be 1, 1, 0, 0, and F will be 1, 1, 1, 1. Now, that's the binary representation of the hexadecimal value, CF. 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Now, in our previous work, I explained the habit of highlighting the ones. Anything that has a 1 gets highlighted. Now, if you add up each of these sections, we can see that this would be 12 and this would be 15. Adding these 2 values together would give us a decimal value of 27. Let's take a look at our second example, A and B. A, we can tell, is decimal value 10. So it's going to be 10, 8 goes into 10. 4 would put us over. 2 would make it just enough. 1 would put us over. B would be a decimal value of 11, so we know that 8 would be okay. 4 would put us over. 2 would put us closer, and 1 would get us right there. So we can tell that A is 10 and B is 11. Adding those 2 values together would get us 21. Let's try a third example. Here you can pause the video and complete the third example or follow along with us. I'm going to place D and F. D we know is decimal value 13. So we're looking at 1, 1, 0, 1. And F would be 15, 1, 1, 1, 1. So for binary, that would be 1101, 1111, with a total value of 28. So that was 3 different examples on how to convert between hexadecimal to binary to decimal. Now, if I had to go from hexadecimal to decimal, it's just as easy for me to just do that extra step and convert to binary, so that way I can get to decimal, rather than trying to make a jump, maybe make it a little bit more complicated. This is the type of grid pattern I use if I have to do it by hand. Hope this helps.